at Epiphanies when I'm hiking. I should probably say hi, but I look like a frizz bomb. I left with dry, wet hair and it's frizzling all over the place. I saw this little tribe go by. One adventurous child, then the dad, then one after another of three little siblings, all decreasing in size. The last one being the bravest of them all. And I'm just laughing. So they're running by and the little one says to me, "Nice doggy." And I said, "Thanks." And then mom comes, but before I can see her, I hear the daughter say, "Are you coming, mommy? Are you coming?" And she said, "You go at the pace that works for you, and I'm going at the pace that works for me." And I said, "I wish I knew your language when I was a young mother because my kids had me like that." So I know the language now, don't I? I laugh at my daughter. My daughter's learning way faster than I ever did. Oh, I love it. She's not all up top snot, but she's way ahead of I was at that age in understanding what the hell really mattered and that you deserved your own individuality. Like if the kids can be unique and individual, so can you. Right now, everybody's so hung up on how children, for me, I was like, wow, and my attention was on the children about how no one understood them and they didn't know how to make you understand, and what you thought they were doing that was wrong was actually not for them at all, and in all reality wasn't. But you didn't understand. I'm looking at a little one now that I'm coming up close. This is amazing. This was the young brave, right? But on that side, it looked completely different. This is a different perspective. So now we see this one looks like a squirrel. That's probably my squirrel, the adventuresome one, right? With the bandana looking over the horizon. Where is it? What is it? Even got a hat on, got a cowboy hat on. And then you see this one laying up against dad's ass, total ass kisser. Oh my God. Who's kissing daddy's ass and who's the adventurer? Now we see a different story. Anyway, I think that's pretty funny. So there's an example right there, right? No, this child is not rebellious. No, this child is not destructive. This child is adventurous and curious. That's the language that we didn't know, that I know now and I teach. And my daughter, as I said, way more tuned in than me. She's listened to me, even though she didn't want to hear it, for years, right? As I awakened. Her motherhood skills are top notch. And I got to tell you, it's the generation. They're more open to hearing and understanding. And my daughter was molested. Oh, I'm seeing another sign now. Here's a completely different story. Now that one is looking out for the one that's up against daddy, being protected, because that one has been really badly hurt. And what I'm looking at now is a young feminine energy, which can be male or female, holding on to daddy, hiding, tucking in behind like a puppy, right? That one's not kissing daddy's ass. That one is feeling very, very safe with daddy. God, it's getting too blurry. Sorry. It's getting too hot out here. Anyway, the language that I wish I had understood at the time, I do understand now. And all the stories, now I understand the grandpa. I'm a grandma, right? I'm up there and I'm saying, listen. That's why I love it when kids used to listen to what their grandfather had to say. The grandfather's got a lot of wisdom and knowledge and experience, right? You're an intelligent child who doesn't scoff at your grandpa, but sits at your grandpa's knee. My grandma was my hero. Abso-freaking-lutely. And she was not perfect by any means. And my mom and her didn't get along at all. But she was my hero. Wow. And then as my mother aged, she took her a long time before she reawakened and just began before she passed. She was on the way for a long time, but there was a lot of lessons to learn. So let's say she didn't just reawaken before she passed. It felt like that though. I didn't have enough time because why? I wasn't awake. I was waking up, and I was waking up in a different way than she did. And we didn't have the same way at looking things, even though she was awakening. She was awakening still holding on to the conditioning of the past, of our religion and what was evil and what was good, and she had the sacred path. I'm so sorry that's so blurred in. She had the sacred path medicine book. And sorry, I gotta unwind myself. I'm in a circle. And I'm like, oh, Mom, where are the cards? And she would say, I don't have the cards. And I said, why not? And she goes, I don't work with those. I don't. And I said, what's the difference? You know, if you use kinesiology and you ask your body, you're asking your body, is it left or right? You use your body as a pendulum. You do the arm maneuver, whatever it is that you do. You stand and whichever way you lean, that's the yes or no, right? What the hell's the difference between a card doing the same thing for me? Because I'm an extremely visual person. And when I see things, I have pictures in my mind and they tell a story. I read the cards. I don't read what the person wrote. I read what I see. Just like outside. I read what I see, and now I'm seeing a whole group of kittens holding on. Look at them, they're all on diamond-studded leashes. Wow, they're very wealthy. There was 2 off to the side, only one has the wealth, the other doesn't. So, this group of wealthy ones was friends with another that wasn't from their crowd. And even the one on the outside edge of this group is thinking, yeah, I don't know if I buy into this, right? They're all with the mother cat or wolf, as you can see now from this perspective, leaning up against the masses, because what I see facing her are miniatures of herself all the way back. What will people think? What will people think? She's looking out towards the water. I can't get over, I've never seen the back of the cat looking out towards the water. And then all the kittens are like little soldiers facing forward towards her. So what, waiting for something to do with the military, water? And then there's those ones, right? The other ones, her little kittens following behind her. Here's these all brainwashed ones. Check them out. They're all lined up in a row. They're all in a freaking row. But down there, her kittens, one separates and goes to the other side, and not like us at all. Doesn't come from money. And then even the one that does stay, that's part of the family with all the diamond-studded collars or necklaces or whatever it is, choking them. I'm looking at the front now, and now I see them all facing forward towards the kitten, even the one that belongs with the diamonds. So now I'm being told that one has felt ostracized. There is one in front. There's 2 kittens in front. One's listening like a little soldier. One, the girl, is looking out over the feminine energy is looking out over the desert. She's got her arms around the little one. She's protecting her younger brother or sister. And then there's the one that felt awkward, doesn't know what the hell's going on, facing, steaming, even though you don't belong, even though you know this is bullshit like we do, you're still facing in that direction. But if you look closer, his head looks like it might be turned towards the desert too now. So it's either or at this point. Let's see if any other stories pop up. I've not gone this way before. I've gone around right at the base and I've gone straight to Keyhole, and I'm laughing my ass off because I could have done this trail like a normal human being, not an off-roading adventure girl, G.I. Jane, and gone straight to Keyhole. But no, I completely blasted my way through brambles and bush like this. I was saying, where are you going? And she keeps going down to the wash. And I'm like, of course she does. That's where mermaids hang, right? That's where the water is. She's a water diviner like me, dingo girl. So, yeah, I had to blast all the way through there, through getting my leggings tore up and to make it to the base where Keyhole is. So if anybody wants to know, Keyhole, that's a bad, dark place. It's up there. Let's see, has anything changed from our perspective now? See, as we go higher, see how my perspective changes. So this one here, the mass, there's another group over here. I'm seeing like the turtle family, and they have their houses on their home. They're kind of like the nomads. They're not following this. They're looking at them going, wow. Now, you might not even realize that that's the case, and you're looking at them going, wow. Look at all those diamonds on them. Look what they get to do. But you don't understand that if you were in that family, that's what would happen. You would be the outside edge. You don't belong. You don't understand it. You'd sneak off and go with somebody else that you don't want anybody to know about. Or you'd just be wise and stay your own unique self. And now I'm looking here and I'm seeing right at the base, I'm going to turn this into birds now. There's a giant bird right here. Eagle. There's one above it, and then behind it. So there's a mother, father, and a young one. And the young one is completely wrapped around their bodies, and it has to do with money. Not flying the nest. I like the comforts in my home. if you can see, you can literally see a crown on the little one's head, and you can see the beak coming out, right? Or we're back to the cat with the bird behind its back. Bird, the bird looks like a cardinal. Cardinal knows its worth and knows to fly and is thinking, I'm not looking back that way. I'm getting ready to fly here. I don't hang with you because of your money and your prestige. I have my own diamonds. I come naturally by them. I'm a crystal. I love these stories.